Good evening, parents. I hope you all are doing fine. So I would be starting with the PowerPoint and I will be sharing my screen. Myself is Richa Jetwani. I am professor in the UNF and I'm also the parent leader with the Dual County Public School and the community leader with the PWL. So that's my introduction. I have two boys. One goes to Jack's Beach, he's 10-year-old, and another goes to London, he's 12 years old. So I will be facilitating this course, and this is my husband.
Hello, parents and participants. My name is Kamlesh Jetwani. I am the IT management professional, currently working for Black Knight Inc. And today's session, Richa, where she is my only wife and I am her only husband, she'll be leading today's session. And I'll be more or less in a support role for this session. And looking forward for all your participation, and we'll be answering any questions you might have. So welcome to the session, and I'll hand over to Richa.
I would also say, if in any case, while I'm presenting, like I'm speaking about something, just like an introduction to PowerPoint, this is how you have to make the slide. And if you will have any question in between, just put it either on the chat or you can unmute yourself and stop me, that you either want to repeat me or you want it to be more cleared so that I can then speak that particular portion again, okay? So I will be sharing my screen just to show you about the PowerPoint. Okay, can you all see the screen which shows the PowerPoint, like just an introduction? It says skill 1.1, introduction to PowerPoint.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for letting me know. Okay, awesome. Now, as we all know, when we have to give the presentations, this is one of the best softwares that is being used. Once you make the slides, there are so many other things that you can do, and it makes our speech or our topic more easier. And then we can present ourselves in a better way. The PowerPoint, the one which we are going to do, is by the Microsoft, and this can be installed, like we have the free versions and then we have the educated versions, like for the educationists. And then we also have one of the professional software for that, okay? So I'm going to tell you the ones which are available in either of the platform. Either you install the PowerPoint like for the beginners, then the PowerPoint for the educationists and for the professionals. So whatever topic I'll tell you is going to be in all the three ones, and they are the basic things. So it is not like if you will work on the PowerPoint, you will not see these things, you will be seeing them. And when we are making the presentation, the word that we will be using over here, and it's very commonly used, obviously, is like we are going to make the slides. So we will write on the slides, and then we can also have the images on the slides, and then we can do the PowerPoint presentation on that basis. Now, I will just start. How do you make the slide, right? Now, this is just a screenshot which shows that when you will open the PowerPoint, you will have few of the options, okay? I've also opened the PowerPoint for you, so I will show you practically, not just go through these notes, but I'll also show you, and then I'll show you step by step, and if you'll have any questions, just let me know in between, okay? So the very first thing I did was, because I already have a PowerPoint, I searched PowerPoint. And then this is, as soon as I search and I click on the PowerPoint, this is the first screen I got. I can just click on to this one, which says blank presentation. And once you click onto this, this is the window that gets opened, right? Now, obviously, once you open the slide, it will say you that you can write something, you can add the images. And nowadays in the PowerPoint, we can also add our own videos. We can also add the sounds. Like in the beginning, if you saw, Ashley had put some of the dual county slides, it had the sounds. So we can embed the videos as well as the sounds into it, okay? Now, the most important thing, once we start over here, you will see it says click to add title and then click to add subtitle. This slide opened by default because this is what is when you open the blank presentation. Again, the new thing that they have added to the PowerPoint is you also have some templates. Like sometimes you say, I want this type of a background. You can see those types of backgrounds already in the PowerPoint software. Okay, I'll show you that, but right now I'm going to just start with a plain one. So suppose I have to write that this is the presentation for today. Now, by default, it is giving me that the font of this is 60. How do I see it? If you see over here, it shows me 60, right? And the format of this particular what I'm writing is Calibri. So if you want to change it, you can. Only thing is, whatever you want to change, you have to select that particular text. So once you select it, just an example, I say this is too big. I want to make it smaller. I make it 44. I want to change the font, and you can see whatever you will click, it will be shown exactly that way. So just an example, I want to go to Arial Black, and you can see Arial Black here shows it has to be in bold, and it is a little bit on the darker side of the black, right? So, and that is what it is showing me over here, right? So once you do that, if you see, this is the text that I wrote. Now this text has been written in one of the text box. And you can see the round corners and then the rounds on the edges of this box. This is basically because you can move it, see you can enlarge it, you can even decrease the size. Another thing is once your arrow is on the corner, it will always show you the two arrowheads, right? Means you can increase and decrease the size, right? Another thing is you will see 4 arrowheads as you can see it over here. With this, you can move it either up or down, right or left, wherever you want to move, right? Just now, I'm just going to move it a little bit up. So this is how this is done. Now, if you want to change the color, so I'll go to the presentation. Again, I want to change the color of this text, right? So I'll have to select that text. Now, another option just below, this is where I changed my font. This is where I changed the size, right? Just below that, you will see it says A, means this is going to show me the colors of all the text. And once you click onto the arrowhead, it will show you all the colors that you want. Just an example, I want to do the red. I click onto that and it will automatically make my text red. Okay. Now, another, if you want to add something to the subtitle, again, I can move it up and down. You can move it up and down when you see 4 arrowheads. You can increase and decrease the size when you see 2 arrowheads and that too at the corner, right? So that is what you can do. Again, you can increase and decrease the size because here it is 2 arrowheads. So you can do it like this, right? Now here, just an example, I'm going to write, this is first session of so this is what I wrote, right? And after that, once I write over here, I can obviously adjust whatever I have written. So this is just the basic thing that you can do once you start. Does anyone has any question for this one? Okay. Are you, let me just also open the chat one. Isko? Oh, okay. All right. I've just opened the chat box, so if in any case you will have any questions and you want to type it out, okay? So now this is the first thing that we have done. We have just created and we have just written a little bit of the things. Now, when you're going to make the presentation, obviously you will have more than one slide, not just one slide that you're going to present, either to the people who are sitting in front of you in a company, or you're going to teach, or even if you're going to make a presentation for your some projects, right? So when you have to enter another slide, there are two ways to do it. If you want all your slides, all the slides that you want in this particular presentation should be of the same format, okay? It's not like first one has a background yellow, second one has a background white. No, you want all should have the same backgrounds, all should have the same fonts, all with the same formats. Then the easiest way to do that is either you can click onto the new slide over here, right? Or another way is once you click onto the new slide, you can click any of these that will give you the different formats, or you can say duplicate selected slide. Then in that case, you will always get all the slides in the same format. Of course, because you said duplicate, it made it as a copy, right? Now, because it is making a copy of the previous slide, it will also copy its contents, which we can change, but then the font and the format will stay the same, okay? Nowadays, like when I teach in the class, we normally say to the students, prefer that you have the same format. If you change the format, it's not like it's something wrong. It changes the like concentration of the person, like, oh, what was there before? If it's in the same font, you are like having the same vision. Okay, this is what is going to come. And sometimes the color combinations are not like correct. So if you select light color combinations when you're presenting, that becomes more professional in that case, okay? But of course, you have different options. Just an example, you have to add an image and you want a slide which should only be of the image, then there will be an option in that case. But if you want the same types, then these are the different things that you can do. Just an example, I want a new slide and I just want to have it with two images and they should be properly in the same like areas. It's not like one should be small, one should be large. Then you have one of the option over here which says to content. So once I click onto it, see, you will get those, right? And then in this case, both the images will be of the same size. Of course, you can add the text, but then the images will also be of the same size in that case. So it's completely your choice, but there is a way that you can have same type of slides every time that you're going to add, okay? Now, when you have the slides, another, suppose you're working on the system and nowadays, of course, we have one of the option, which is autosave. Initially, we never used to have that, but once you are preparing the slides and the power goes, like you didn't charge your laptop or anything, and the system goes off and you didn't save the slides. So I normally say to the students, these are the two options. Either click onto the autosave, so to make it on, right? I cannot do it right now because I am on my office system. So either do it on, and then after a few seconds, by default, it will keep on saving your slides. So even if you forget, it will keep on doing it for you, okay? Another option is you go to the first option, which is file. You click on to save, okay? Once you click onto the save, it will ask you where you want to save. I'm just going to say this PC, and then I'm going to be like on the desktop, and then you enter the name of the file. The name of the file can be anything. You can write your name or anything. It can be as long as you want, right? It can be the lowercase, it can be the uppercase. But we normally try to write the name of the file so that we remember that this presentation is for what. Just an example, I'm going to write over here, Parent Academy. Next time I will remember, okay, I had the slides in which I gave the PowerPoint presentation session, right? So, and then you click onto the save. Because it is a PowerPoint slide, it's extension. How will you, once you save it, how will you know that this is going to be a PowerPoint file? I will show you that also. The first thing you will know it is by its extension. You have a file name, dot extension. Just an example, we have our first name, last name, right? So people can recognize by your last name also. First names are so common, they can be same. Of course, last names are also, but normally they prefer to have your last name so that they can identify you as a unique person, right? So this is how we will know. All the slides are going to have, if they are of PowerPoint, they will have an extension of PPTX that will show you that it is a PowerPoint slides, okay? Another way how you can see it, I'm going to click onto the save. Once I click on the save, it will obviously save the file for me, right? Once it is saved, I'm just going to show it to you on the screen if it comes. It must be on the screen. Give me 1 second, I'll show it to you. I'm just going to bring it over here so that you can see it on the screen. This one, right? So once you have your icon onto it, mouse onto this icon, it will show you that it's a PowerPoint presentation. Title is presentation, and obviously I'm the author because I'm designing it, right? So this is how you can know that this is going to be your PowerPoint. And also on some of the machines, it will also show you over here, like just a small icon of the PowerPoint, okay? So that will help you to know that you are designing the PowerPoint slides. So this is how basically you know it, right? So now I'll go back to my PowerPoint. Sometimes we also want to have a copy of this file. Now, because I clicked onto the autosave, I think, so that is what it has done for me. Yes, I'm going to turn it off. Okay. Now I do file and then I click on save as. There are two options. One is save, another is save as, right? Save helps you to save the file when you're going to make it for the first time. And then after that, you just keep on clicking the save, it will save the contents. Save as is when you want to make a copy of that complete presentation. So when you're going to click on save as, then the name of the file you can change, and it will have but all the same slides that you have already made. Sometimes we want just a very simple example. You know that you're going to present it to a company, and then after that, you want that whatever you are going to present, you just want to make few changes in the slides, right? But you want to have both the slides in front of you. So what you can do is, once you have clicked on save as, you can make the changes on just few of the slides. Rest all the contents will stay the same, okay? So whenever you have save and save as, that is the difference. Save is going to save the file and the contents that you're going to add into it. Save as is always going to make a copy of the file that is already existing, okay? Sometimes I have seen, like, we normally click on save as for the first time also, which is fine. But normally this is the difference, like that is why we are given two options. If for the first time also you click on save as and write the name of the file, of course it will save the file for you. But then if you have to make a copy, there is another option. You right click onto the slides, you say copy, and then you can paste it. So it will have, you will have the copies of the slides, right? But in the presentation, when you're in the PowerPoint, these options are basically the different. Save and save as are totally different. Save is going to save the contents. Save as is basically designed so that you can save the copy of the PowerPoints, okay? And then of course you can print it, you can share it nowadays, you can even export it, and then finally you can close it. And if you have already made the slide, and now an example, right now I'm making 5 slides, and after that I'm like, okay, I'm done, I'll make another slides tomorrow. So you save the file, next time you will go file, and then you will click on the open, and then it will show you the name of the file that you've already created. You can click onto that file and it opens the file for you. I can just show it to you. Just let's make a few more slides and then I'll show you about the open and the new one also, right? So I'll just go back over there, and this is what is the one that we did. Now, if I want to make a change into this, I will just say and then here I'm going to write so now you can see the font is same. This one, we had the red color for the title. The second one also has the red color. And then for the second one, we had the I think so the size we kept 24 for the second one. Again, it is 24. So only thing in this case will be you will have everything same. Now, can you change over here? Yes. Again, when you have to make some changes, you can just select. And now in this case, instead of 44, you wanted 48, just make it 48 and you can save it. Similarly, do you want to change the format or the font of this one? You can. And only thing is you have to select and then you have to make the changes. Okay. Anyone has any question till now?
No.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Now, in the third one, there are a few other options which I'm going to show you. Just the first one is like insert. Really one of the very good features. If you have to insert, of course, you can insert the new slides like the fourth number, fifth number, sixth number, seventh number, n number of slides that you want to enter. And then you want to insert the pictures, right? You can click onto the pictures. If you have any pictures over here, then you can click over here. Let me see if I have one of the images. It's just a question that I have done. So I can insert that over here, right? Now, again, on the second one, I want to insert. Then again, I'll go to the option insert and then the pictures. It will insert all the images that you have on your desktop or any of your folder, any of the picture that you want. You can also connect your phones, obviously, to your system and then go to the pictures. It will ask you the options. Just an example, I'm clicking onto the pictures over here. If you have connected your phone, it will give you your phone name over here. You can go over there and then you can select the picture from there also. Okay, so you can click onto the images. The best part for this, as I told you, you will see, let me have another one. See, you can see almost both the images are same, right, of the same size, because we selected the template in that way that we want to have two images. And here I can just write like images. Now, again, because you have added few contents, either you can make over here autosave on, and it will automatically keep on saving it for you. But if you want to go over here and save, you can either do save as, but if your autosave is on, it will save it for you. But if you want to make a copy of it, instead of save as, it will show you save a copy. Okay, this option comes when autosave is on. I'll show you. Once your autosave is off, see, you don't get save a copy. You get the option of save as. So that is the difference. But save as, save a copy, both are going to have the same meaning, right? You do save as or save a copy, that is same. But when you have autosave on, in the file, you will not have an option of save. Why? Because autosave is helping you to save the presentations and your slides automatically, right? When your autosave is off, then your file will give you the option of save so that you can save the files, okay? So that is the difference that you will see. Rest all options will be same: print, share, export, and the close ones, okay? That is going to be same. Now I'm going to go to the insert. Now, another thing that you can insert, I can make a new slide. And I'm going to duplicate the slide for this one. So I'll go to the new slide and then I'll say duplicate selected slides. Okay. Now I also wanted to show you another thing before adding. I told you, you can see over here, see, these are the different ideas and they will come by default. I did not click on anything. So they will come by default and it will say you, just an example for this one, you want to change the background and you think this background is more professional and it looks better for your slides. I'm just going to click onto it and you will see by default, it will come like this, but it will come only onto the slide that you have selected, okay? So it gave me an option that once you will select it, it will make the first title over here, and then it will write whatever I have written as a subtitle on the right-hand side, okay? If you want to still make the changes because it has given you in the 2 lines, I can increase the text box and that will make it in one line. Okay, so these are the different ways, some of the other ways you can write your slide. Okay, so once you write your text on the slide, it will give you all these options, right? If you are thinking, no, this is not the way I want, and I like one of these templates, just click onto that template. And once you click onto that template and you want to make a copy of this, then of course you can make a duplicate copy of that. Okay, like this is the one. If I say this is the better one that I've created, I'll make a duplicate copy of this, and you can see now both of them are with the same. So whenever you click onto the duplicate, it will always make a copy of the slide that you had selected. Okay. If you want just an example, you want to make a duplicate of this one, which has the images, you can again go to the new slide and you say duplicate. Now see, it will duplicate the one which has the images onto it. So you have to first select that you want the duplicate of which particular format of the slide. Okay. Now, these are just the 6 slides that we have made. And next thing I'm just going to add, I'll go to the first one. And in the insert, I'm just going to insert some of the shapes are just like these ones. If you want to insert, which are not that commonly used, I will still, if you will have a question, I can show it to you. The more important is like, how do you include the chart and then different of the word arts over there. So I'm going to go to these options, but if you want to know any other option, please do let me know. I will show you how to do that. Okay. Now, just an example, I want to insert the word art, and you can see over here, it gives me different shades, different colors, and different designs that you are going to have it, right? Suppose I want to have this one over here, and whatever you will type over here, I'm going to move this here because I want the text here, and I'll say over here. Now see, you never selected what type of font you want or anything. It is just the word art that you've selected. And because you selected this one, it is an orange color. That is what you're getting. Is the double shaded shadow one, that is what you're getting, right? And you want to, again, increase, you want to decrease its size, select it. And then you go to the file option. And then you can just select this one, right? So again, I can go to the insert and you will see there are so many word arts over here that you can select. Again, whatever the type of font or format or how colorful you want, that is how you can select. If you select this one, this is what I like, you don't want it in this way, you can just remove this text box. I'm going to delete this one and then I'm going to is you can. Another most important thing sometimes we do is we give each slide the numbers, right? So no doubt we can see the numbers over here, but then we cannot see it on the page. So if you want to give the slide number over here, just the slide number, and you say you want to apply it to all, it will automatically give the slide numbers to you, right? And you from here, you can see this is slide number 2, and it gave you number 2 over here by default, right? Because it knows this is going to be the slide number 2. Now, if you go over here, you can see I never entered anything, but I said apply to all. So by default, it is giving me this is slide number 1. And this would be my slide number 3, number 4, number 5, and then this is number 6, right? So this is how I can add the slide numbers. Another thing, header and footer are used, but these normally we use more in MS Word when you have to have a title and you want that on every slide. So this is another option. So I can show you the, let me move the condenser here. And I'm going to insert the header over here. Header apply to I don't want the slide number. I just want the. Okay, now here, suppose I say. Here. Oh. Show me the header and the footer. Let me see, where is it showing the header? It should be shown over here. And I said apply to all. It should have been here. Okay, I looked at this option. Why is it not working? But that is. Now, as I said to you, you can also add the video and audio over here, which is really very helpful, right? So this is what helps you if you want to like do the presentation. Nowadays, to be honest with you very specifically, when you give the presentation, you know, you cannot be over there and then you want to show your presentation and you know what you are speaking, they can see you also. That is how you can add your video. So you can, and then what happens is your video basically comes over here. So when you are having the video over here, then you are speaking also, and then your slides are also running simultaneously, right? Then you can send your file, and once the person is listening to your presentation, they will know you're speaking, and then you are explaining it in that way, right? So if you're not face to face and you're not presenting anyone, just want to show your presentation, you are sending your presentation, instead of just sending the text, you can also send the video over there, okay? And similarly, you can add the audio into the, when you are speaking, obviously you have to have an audio for that. That also can be inserted when you're going to do the PowerPoint presentations, okay? So these are the different options for the insert. Another very nice thing in the PowerPoint slide is your animations, right? That is when you are going to do the PowerPoint and you want to do the slideshow. I'm just going to show you a simple option. On extreme right-hand side corner of your screen, you will see there is an icon. You can see it over here. It says slideshow, right? So once you click onto this, it will obviously keep on showing all the slides that you have made. I'm scrolling it with the mouse and this is how it is helping me. And once you want to go back to your slides, you just press escape and it will just come back to your slides, right? Now, if you, I'm just going to select the slides and then you want to add the animations to them. So I added this one and I want to preview it. Okay, let's do auto preview and then I'm going to this is one of the good things that you can add into your it is okay. Let me see. Not going to move the animations. Yes. I guess I'll have to see that. But once you click onto the animations, this is how that helps you. You can click on any of these animations. And once you click onto this, it helps you to have those animations, like they are coming from back and they're coming in the front. Like there are so many animations that you can do. Let me see why I'm not able to do it. But once I'm done with that, I will send my brief video for that. And then you can see how the animations are done. Another thing that we normally do in the PowerPoint is we have done the slideshow, we have done the animations, we have done the designs. Okay, now if you remember, once we were making the slides, it was showing us like what are the different designs we can have it, right? You also have an option over here of the design, and you can see these are the inbuilt templates that you can use to make your slides, okay? Just an example, I am clicking onto this one. It will automatically give you that template, and then this template, like this is the background, and that is how you can see what are the different types of options or what are types of formats that you can select for your slides, okay? Now, there are, when you're going to have these designs, there are ways you can even have more of the designs on your system that can come through the internet. Nowadays, we even have the links which can be added, and then you can use those formats also onto your slides, okay? I will not be allowed to do it because, as I told you, I'm on my office system, so I have some restrictions. But these are the few features that have been added through the PowerPoint slides. Any questions you have or anything you want me to add into the PowerPoint or you are interested to know in this class?
No.
What about other parents? Mary, go ahead. Sorry.
My question is, and I missed it.
Go ahead.
When you did the PowerPoint with the one that's showing now.
The one which is showing now. Okay.
Yes. How did you keep that from presenting itself in the other two prior PowerPoints? Am I making sense?
You are saying like this is the one that I have, right?
The first one, yes, and then you did the second.
Yes.
Now click on the third one. So how did you get this background on this particular slide and then not be reflective on the first two slides?
Oh, when you click onto the insert and then you have the pictures and designs, you get an option. For the first one, I was at the home page. I will show that to you. Like yes. Right now, I'm just at the home page, right? And I started with the blank presentation, right? Just an example, I go to the file, I click onto the new, and this is the one that I have, right? The blank one, correct? Mm-hmm. So this is how I went for the first one. But once you have made the slide and you are on the designs over here, right? Yes. Then you get all the designs options either over here with the color, fonts, and effects over here. And sometimes it gives you an option over here on the right-hand side that these, like, can you see over here, design ideas?
Yes.
Okay, you click on
yes. Okay, I see it now. Okay.
Right. So, and the best part for this is just an example. Let me show it to you. If different design ideas. This is what I'm going to show you. See, it gives different design ideas. So every time it picks up your slide, and then it gives you its own ideas that you can have. So for every slide, you can have a new design idea. Okay. Okay, like for the images one, just an example, like my image, this is just with the text. So you got these design ideas, right? For the images, it is generating the new design ideas and it will give you. So you can select any one of these. Like I want the images on the extreme right-hand side and I want the text over here. Then you can select over here and that is how it will give. Okay. Okay. Also, the best part of this is even if I have picked up a template, I can still make the changes over here. Just an example, I don't want this, right? I just wanted the images and all these things. I can just delete it, right? Even if I'm picking up the template, it will allow me to make the changes as I require on that particular slide. Okay. Okay, got you. Any other question? Go ahead, sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't notice the design ideas. So thank you.
And also sometimes, to be very honest to you, the PowerPoint, like the new versions, once you click onto it, the design ideas options are automatically clicked and they give it to you, right? Like sometimes I give the projects to the students and they're like, oh, I already have it, and they click it. Next time when they do, they're like, we had the design ideas, where did they go? So that is why normally we miss that. So it's not only you, many times we miss it because sometimes by default it gives and sometimes it does not give it to us at all. So that's okay. Any other question anyone has? I know I have missed one of this one, that is the animation. I will make sure I look into it and I will make a small video presentation for this because I feel if we have more of a video, then it helps you. Is my animation equals selector? Oh. So I will just see, is it my system or I can like then work on my home system because my office system had a big screen and it is helping me to show you in a better way. So I will see why this is not getting selected. I am even selecting the preview for that. And then because this is one of the, I'll say, really a good thing in the PowerPoint that you can add the videos, the sounds, and the animations to make it more professional. So I'm a little bit surprised why is this not happening? I was thinking might be, okay, all right, I got it. So again, I didn't do anything, but it has come automatically on. So now I can show it to you. Now, suppose you have this particular slide and I'm just clicking on to this animation. It says fly in, right? So once I click onto this, I'm going to do the slideshow for you and you will see how does that fly in helps you. Can you see that? So first you had the title and then the background just did fly in, right? Let me show you another one, which is like, so I'll select it, I'll do this one, and then I will do the slideshow. And again, there is no background for this. Once you click onto the mouse, see. So these are one of the very good things that you can do in the PowerPoint. And there are so many animations that you can add. Like this is also really the good one. Like sometimes if you want to add it, I'm just going to do the PowerPoint slide again. But this one was not, I think so. Okay, so I think so for some formats, it is not doing it. And for some formats, it is automatic select. But these are the different animation options that you can. And again, the best part for this is if you're not clear which one should I do, just select for a particular slide, select one of the animation, try to do it and see which one is more presentable as per your presentation or where you're going to present. And then you can add that animation. Sometimes we don't like to add the animations, like when I'm teaching in the class, I normally don't add the animations over there so that it's just clear for the students what they are doing. So then I just don't add animation to it, okay? And please make sure this option, if it is off, you have done all the presentation, you will have to save it. Just click onto the save and it will automatically click it and save it for you. First time when you are saving, you have to give the name to the file as I showed you. After that, whenever you are going to save it, it will automatically keep on saving it for you. It will not ask you the file name, okay? And as I told you, if you want to make a copy of it, then you will click save as. That is the difference between save and save as. Any other questions you have? I also wanted to show you one thing. Once you click onto the new, I clicked onto the blank. You can see by default, you have so many presentations formats over here also, or the templates I can say are already over here also. So you can select even one of them from here once you're going to make the slides. And I think so I wanted to show you, let me see if we have an option. Yes, I'm going to go to the plain slide, inserting the chart. You want to add any type of a chart like a pie chart to show. Obviously I'll do it yes over here. And this is one of the best things I like in the PowerPoint. When you're going to insert the chart, it will automatically open an Excel sheet for you, right? And whatever the chart you want it for, like I don't want it for the sales and I want to show like courses my students have taken, like in this semester, I can change over here in first. Sorry, I spelled the spelling wrong. Right, like in first quarter for this course, I had like so, and then for this course, I had in the second quarter, I had. And then in the third quarter, just an example, I had. And then in the last course, in the last quarter of the course, I just had 10 students, right? So it will automatically change. And then once you close it, it will show you that chart. And in the chart, it will show you like, see, first quarter, obviously, I had maximum students, second quarter, third, and then the fourth quarter, right? You can again change the style of the format, the font of the chart, and all those options are given over here as whatever the way you want to present. You can see over here the first and the second quarter now, instead of being on the horizontal, they're on the separate column, like becomes more clear to you. So these are the different types of charts you can make. Also, obviously, when you're going to insert the chart, it's not only the pie chart. If you see, there are all the types of charts that you can show. Obviously, the most common ones are the bar graphs, pie, X, Y, or most of them are in the lines. So you can but insert. And anytime when you're going to insert the chart, just an example in this way, right, it will make the chart for you in this. So, but now again, already the chart was made here. So instead of pie, it converted it into the bar graph for you, right? If I'm right and I want to insert the chart over here, and then example, I'm drawing the line one, okay? See, whenever you open the chart, it will give you the Excel option and you can change it accordingly. You want more columns, you can even add more columns to it. It will add more lines to you, right? You do not have to have already an Excel sheet made to be embedded into it. It will automatically open an Excel sheet for you. This becomes easier because once you're writing the values over here, it is also changing the chart for you automatically, right? And then you can visualize it, right? Okay, this is the type of presentation, or this is how I want to show my data. Is it coming in the correct way? This is how I want to show you the increase or decrease when I'm going to do the data analysis. So this is one of the best thing, again, in the PowerPoint that you can do. Anything else that you think is required, or you have any other questions?
I have another question.
Go ahead.
So is it possible to import a video from YouTube? Yes, into PowerPoint? Yeah, okay.
Yes, you can. You can. But, you know, again, it's not, if it is required, obviously in one of, you have made a YouTube and you're going to present, you can even show the link. You can click onto the link and it can even directly take you to the YouTube, and you can also make your own video and embed it into the PowerPoint. Yes. All right, then. Thank you so much for joining. And please, if you will have any questions after this, like anytime you're working on the PowerPoint and you're like, oh, I really wanted to know this, please do let me know. You can email them and then they can email me, and I will be more than happy to reply you. And if you want it in the form of the videos, again, you can ask them and I can make a short video and I can send it to them for you.